So we are pulling up to the water park right now. We're off-roading some more cars, fly drones and off-road cars.
Yeah.
We got 3 deep of cars for no reason. Park the others. All right, let's go, guys. First pack of the day. We're doing a tutorial. We're at a cool location, so it should be sick. We're gonna be talking about good old throttle control as usual, but with shooting gaps and things you could do to make it easier. So one big thing I want to talk about is overshooting gaps. And I don't mean in height, not like that. You don't want to go high because then you're going to be going in too fast. You want to shoot past stuff so you have time to throttle yourself in. So like say I want to shoot something, I'm going to go here and curve into it like that so I could time myself with my throttle. So this gap's right here. I go over here and then throttle in like that. And it gives me the time to line up what I need, opposed to just trying to go like this and going straight for it, which I could do. That's something you should learn. But in the middle of a big flow where maybe I'm coming at an angle where it's not gonna work out that easy, I'm like this. It gives me time to then shoot this way. That one was a little dramatic. I'm trying to like show you guys it. So I'm doing it extra more than I normally would, but you get the point. Come, shoot past it, and then throttle yourself into it, and it'll guide you where you need to go. Same with windows. I'll be curving in. Like I don't ever try to hit them straight. I kind of said this in another one, but I kind of want to talk about windows too, not just gaps from the top. So instead of trying to shoot a small hole full speed like this and then just trying to turn in like that, see how it's sketchy? If I would have came in and already started my turn, it made it so much smoother. Like if you go in here, you know there's a bunch of windows on the front side and there's nothing in front of me. So there's no reason to be staying straight through there if you're trying to flow. There's no reason to go that way, unless you're gonna come over here and get fancy. Oh, and hit a window or a door. But if you're not doing that, you should know you're gonna wanna come in and instantly turn this way, because that's your best option. This same thing, turn this way. And you're gonna hit the doors. It's kind of like setting yourself up. It's not like you need a whole plan, but you need options and an idea of it. So coming through, shoot past, throttle in. See how it just lines up perfect for you? I don't know what that was, but that was sick. So same thing, coming this way, throw myself this way, because I know the wall goes better that way. Setting yourself up. Get an idea of what you want to do, and then set yourself up to make it easier. You don't want to just blindly go like this, oh! See, it's sketchy. You want to be able to have time to think. You want to go this way and say, okay, throttle through. See how smooth it is? It slows down the fall and lets the people see what's going on, opposed to just sketchy, just falling in full speed. Don't get me wrong, sometimes coming in quick is sick. Like I for sure come in quick at times, and that's part of what I'm doing and it's part of the trick. But when you're in a full flow, every single one can't be perfect. You're coming at these things too quick, you can't time it perfect, and to try to hide it to make it look like you know what you're doing, that's one big chip I use. I've been really happy with how content's been going with you guys. I have a lot of people that DM me saying what I told them helped them a lot, and that's actually really cool, because when I film these things, sometimes it's hard to find what I want to say and I feel like I'm saying pointless stuff. But with the amount of feedback I received on people saying it's helped them, it really makes me feel happy. That being said, I really want to start a Patreon where I can start taking in people's questions and stuff and kind of give you more one-on-one time. I have a lot of people in my DMs and it's hard to get everyone a good answer or go back and forth. Maybe I'll respond to you, but it's hard to get a full conversation going. So if I started a Patreon, I want to see in the comments who would actually, it's not like I'm going to be asking for $1 million. Like, you could join at $1 to start. Maybe if you need problem solving, I'll have my thing at $3 for that, and then like a $5 for real fans, and kind of see where we go for that. But from there, you just know it's going to be all content. All right, so I had the idea to get someone else's perspective. I got my boy Brickwall FPV here.
Oh, what's
I want to kind of ask him his idea on how to dive this, and like what he goes through, like what goes through his mind, just so it's other people's perspectives and not just mine.
Oh, so yeah, my special, we're gonna try the gap right there.
The same gap I did, so he's gonna do the same exact thing. How would you come about it? Like, what's gonna make it easier for you to line it up?
Oh, so instead of for me starting more high on the gap, I would kind of start low. Then as I hit the gap, I turn and see can I make it. Then right at the last second for me, because I'm more.
So that gives you a chance to think if you're gonna make it and bail out in time.
So you want to start low and pop up to see can you make it, instead of starting high and not make it and may not.
So that's similar to what I was telling you. I was saying a lot of people think they should go really high so they have time to time it, but then when you're coming through that hole, you have so much speed cooking, it gets scarier. So you want a speed where you could blip over it and still have time to bail out if you need to, but it'll be a lot smoother and you're not coming from the moon. Plus it looks a lot cooler. If you overshoot gaps and overshoot power loops, it's gonna kill the flow. You need to be locked in and tight. So Brickwall is gonna show you a pack from his perspective, and we're gonna see if there's any differences from the way I do it. All right, so he's getting it.
So we're gonna hit this gap. We're gonna have a little feel for it first. Staying pretty low.
So see how he didn't kick it up too high, but it was enough room to actually see what he was doing. He didn't try to overshoot it. He just needed just enough to kind of see what's going on and see if he was going to do it. And then if not, he would have bailed out and just went up. That's the cool thing about shooting a gap from the top, is you have the opportunity to bail out if you want.
So we're going to try again, like I said. We wanted to clean out of it.
See how by him not shooting up too high, he came out with a nice reasonable speed where he's not going too fast. He had enough time to pick his next route.
I'm gonna try a different way, a different angle. See, real smooth. It seems scary, but you just gotta go with it.
Oh, with the power loop, he's getting fancy with it. It's all the same thing though. Once you learn how to flick yourself, one of the biggest things is you have to know where your quad's power is and where it flicks you. You have to know your camera angle. So if you're always trying to change your camera angle, it's gonna be harder. Once you get locked into where your drone throws you and where it takes you, you'll be able to do tricks like these without even thinking about it. It just becomes natural muscle memory. Like Brick's been flying for a while, so all that was first try. He hasn't even hit that gap yet. And he was able to aim everything perfectly and time it right just by throwing himself in the right position. How was it?
Oh, I'm glad I got it, man. Like I said, you just gotta kind of start low. Like that first one, I was scared, but like, you're gonna be scared the first time around, but try your best not to be scared. And the second time, just went for it. It came out smooth. All
right, so let's just do a fun pack. I'm gonna kind of set up in the same spot, shoot the gap a couple times, but let's see all different types of gaps. Not just dive gaps, not just window gaps. We can see some knife edge gaps, some bush gaps, all types of gaps. Up and over. See, it didn't work, I bitched out. And that was my fault, I was just coming at it wrong. So I guided myself in. Watch my movements in my hand. I'm hoping my stick cam's doing good. I'm in the middle of working on something to mount my phone better, so it doesn't go sideways after a while. I'm gonna like direct mount it to my controller. That was tight, I actually touched it. Let those go. Open doorway gaps to the roof. Even hit a gap like this. Nice slow gap. Oh. Yeah, grab it now. All right, I got it. Thank you. How was it up there?
Pretty good.
Was it exciting, bro? All right, so before we leave the spot, I want to kind of just demonstrate from point of view so you can see what I'm talking about. If you look at this big 6 right here, if you just pretended this kept going and this was a big gap right here, if you're gonna throw yourself for this hole, you're not gonna throw yourself up and throw yourself right above it, because when you pull out of stuff, you're gonna travel this way. The only way you travel down is if you throttle down, and then you're coming at the ground way too fast. So if you throw yourself about here, where you have height above it, and you're off to the side of it, as you throttle, you could feather your throttle down into it like that, and you'll have more control on where you're going. If you're diving like a really small gap, you might not have that option where you kind of just need to flick yourself straight down. But most gaps that look small are about that big, where you have enough room to throw yourself here and fly in like that, instead of throwing yourself here like this and flying straight down. End of the day, we got Brick wrapping it up. Bad Company over here getting the last pack in. We got a lot of people here today at the end. There's a bunch of people walking through, so they killed a lot of our time, but we got some pretty good stuff.
No battery.
Bro, take off your goggles. Let me put the camera up to it so I can see it.
Oh!
What? So I can see what you're doing. Is that you?
How about do that?
You're dragging a string. Who is that?
Me?
Yeah, you dragging a whole string.
You serious?
Yeah, watch, fly by. I need it for my camera. Oh, it's a twig. You got it. You're good now.
Engine.
Stupid twig.
Stupid twig.
That's a bad spot, but ain't no point in changing it.
Exciting news. Vespla FPV, the writer of the Flight Dynamics book, he sent me a copy. So we're gonna get this open. I'm so excited to see this. I find it really amazing that someone that's smart enough to write such a detailed book wanted to send me a personal copy and found some insight in my How to Flow series enough to actually message me about it. So I'm hoping there's some stuff in here that I want to incorporate in the How to Flow series. So let's check it out. This thing's solid. He got his own stickers here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's right there. Vespla, V-E-S-P-U-L-A, FPV. We got some sign right here. Check this out. I'm really liking how it's packaged. Wow, this thing's solid. Actually already went ahead and put some markers that he wanted me to check out. So I'm not gonna do that in this video, but I'm gonna go through and kind of see what I like in it and show you guys. Oh, that's sick. I got like a full For Daniel, aka Slat. Love your flow, man. Never stop shredding. Your friend in FPV, Christian. The nice signature right there. I don't want to show too much of the book. You should purchase it. I'm gonna check it out. Oh, that's cool to his mom and dad. It has to be so cool to have your own book out there. Wait here, I'm just gonna flash through a page. Oh, flow right there. Input, flow, feedback. See how detailed it is? He has maps. He tells you everything. So if you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's on the Rotor Riot store. It's on Amazon now. You can get it as an ebook also. So if you're interested, check that out. I'll put a link down in the description. Peace.